We back and very hot and as happy as I can be.
Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. Hope you all are doing great. Firstly, I would like to thank you all for the love and support you have shown, which has actually motivated me a lot. And today I'm here with yet another video, and in this video we'll see all about refrigerator. So I've come up with 5 points which will help us to know more about the refrigerator, like know your refrigerator, where to store the food items, how to store the food items, cleaning and maintenance of the refrigerator, and last but not the least, I have got you some tips. But before moving on to the video, do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click the tiny little bell which will help you to get the notification whenever I post a new video. So without any further ado, let's get started.
So first is know your refrigerator. So this is a sleek top freezer refrigerator available in any apartment in US here. There are a variety of refrigerators available in the market nowadays, like double door, French doors, top freezer, bottom freezer. So it is very important to know your refrigerator first before using it. So you should know first the capacity of the refrigerator. It is very important to know the capacity so that you do not use your refrigerator like any other cabinet where you just dump your things and you're done. In my case, my refrigerator's capacity is 17.5 cubic feet. When you divide, the freezer comes up to 4 cubic feet and the refrigerator is 13.5 cubic feet. So therefore, in the market, you can get a variety of refrigerators where the capacity can range from 10 cubic feet to 34.3 cubic feet. And the other features which you should be knowing about your refrigerator is whether is it Energy Star qualified to save your energy, whether is it frost free or you have to do a manual defrosting, and you should know how many drawers or how many shelves are also available in your refrigerator so that you can plan accordingly to store your food items. Second is where to store food items. There are several compartments in the refrigerator, and knowing which compartment regulates what kind of temperature will help you store your food in a proper way. So as you can see, the topmost shelf is where the temperature is consistent, and it is good to store any of your leftovers, any prepared meals or prepared drinks or any ready to eat food items. And this shelf will help you to grab those items quickly. The lower shelves of the refrigerator is where the temperature is the coolest, and it is the best place to store your dairy items, eggs and even raw meat which is properly secured in an airtight container. And in the sealed drawers, that is in the humidity control drawers, you are supposed to store your fruits and vegetables, and never mix fruits and vegetables while you are storing them. Store them separately. The door is where it has the most unstable temperature, because as and when you open your refrigerator, the warm air flows in which will make the temperature of the door little warmer. So therefore store only non-perishable food items in the door, like any drinks, water bottles and some condiments. Do not overcrowd your refrigerator. Leave proper place for the air to flow inside. Fill your refrigerator only up to 70% of its capacity, and when the food blocks, some parts of the refrigerator will stay warmer, which will ultimately spoil your food. So this is how my refrigerator looks like and how I have organized my refrigerator. Third is how to store food items. So here I have 2 columns, one for food items and second is how to store. So first, coming to the leftovers, they have to be stored in the airtight containers to prevent the odors from getting into the rest of the refrigerator and contaminating the other food items. Second, coming to the eggs, dairy, meat and condiments, they have to be stored in their own packaging. So once the meat is opened, if there is any meat left over, then you have to store that also in the airtight container. So vegetables and fruits have to be stored in a breathable bags or in any mesh bags, and herbs have to be wrapped in a paper towel and stored in a airtight container. So this is how I have organized my refrigerator. So in the freezer I have some chicken, shrimp, some ice cubes, and in this basket I have some drumsticks, cheese and green peas and also some ice creams. I did not line the freezer because I do not have too much of items here. So coming to the refrigerator, in the first shelf I have the leftovers. I have some cabbage, dal, some boiled peas and some noodles left over. I have lined my shelves with a placement. You can always line your shelves with a non-slippery liner. So in the second shelf I have these baking decoration items like M&Ms, some tutti fruttis and some chocolate chips, and here I have chaat sauce and a tomato ketchup. And in this basket I have a ready-made gulab jamun and some cherries. And here I have the Hershey's chocolate syrup, some salad dressing and ginger garlic paste. And in the last container I have all my Chinese items like vinegar, soya sauce, chili sauce, and that is the pani puri water. In this jar I have some herbs, green chilies and lemons. I have herbs like cilantro, mint and curry leaves as well. I have stored them in the Ziploc bags which is airtight, and I have placed a paper towel inside these herbs so that any extra moisture can be absorbed, and these herbs will stay fresh for longer time. And in the bottom shelf I have all eggs and dairy items like butter, paneer, curd, milk, and I also boil the milk and keep, so that is why you can see this vessel here, this dish here. So I have two climate control drawers or the humidity control drawers here. So I use one for vegetables and one for fruits. So in the vegetable drawers you can see I have few vegetables left out from the last weeks. I have washed them, cut them and stored them in the Ziploc bag. So this was a Sunday when I did the shooting, so I had to go for the grocery shopping, and therefore you do not see too much of items in my refrigerator as of now. So I have some cabbage, some cauliflower, some carrots and the left out capsicum. And in the fruit section I don't have anything. I'm just left with one apple and some dates. In the dough section I don't have too much of things. I just have this honey mustard ranch, tomato ketchup, vinegar and some chocolates. I do not store or keep water bottles in the refrigerator. I prefer drinking water at room temperature. In the bottom shelf I have two soda bottles, one juice bottle, one coconut bottle, and here I have leftover dairy milk and some ketchups. So fourth is cleaning and maintenance. So one very important step in keeping your food safe is keeping your refrigerator clean. So let's see how I clean my refrigerator. I use a DIY cleaner to clean both interior and exterior of my refrigerator. That is 1 part of distilled white vinegar to 1 part of water. Add both these ingredients in a spray bottle, shake well, and it is ready to use. Before proceeding to cleaning, unplug your refrigerator and then remove all the food items, and then spray your cleaner and wipe it down with a microfiber cloth or any soft cloth. I just have some food crumbs here on the shelf, so I am spraying it and then I am cleaning it with my microfiber cloth. But if you have any hard stains, then it is best to remove the shells, clean them separately, dry them and then place it back in the refrigerator. I am using the same cleaner to clean the exterior of my refrigerator. I am just spraying and using the same microfiber cloth to clean. You can use any soft cloth as well to clean. And if you have a stainless steel finish, you can use the same cleaner as well, but you have to wipe it down in the direction of the finish. And to have that extra shine, you can always polish off with a bit of olive oil. To keep the refrigerator smelling fresh and to help eliminate the odors, place an open box of baking soda on a shelf or in a bowl like this and replace it every 1 to 3 months depending on the odor. Many refrigerators sold in the market today don't require defrosting by the consumers, but there are few units in the home and in the market which requires a manual defrosting. So therefore, defrost your freezer whenever you find a 1/4 inch of ice built up on the interior walls of the freezer to have an efficient working refrigerator. These condenser coils are part of the refrigerator and you should not ignore them. Clean them at least twice a year or whenever there is any dirt, dust or lint accumulated on these condenser coils. Use a soft cloth or a vacuum with a soft brush to clean these condenser coils. You can find them on the back of the refrigerator, and nowadays you will have even in the bottom of the refrigerator. So this will ensure the efficiency and top performance of the refrigerator. And this kind of maintenance will always help you to avoid any costly repair or replacement. So it is important to keep up with the maintenance. And lastly, I have some tips. If you lose electricity, keep the refrigerator and freezer doors closed as much as possible. Your refrigerator will keep the food cold for about 4 hours if the doors are not opened. And if you live in a place where there is frequent power cut, then the first thing is you have to keep the doors of the refrigerator and the freezer closed as much as possible. Second is you can keep blocks of ice or ice packs in the freezer to act as a cooling mechanism when the power is out. The same thing holds for the refrigerator. You can have some water bottles or some drinks which can act as a cooling mechanism in the refrigerator, and your food can be saved when the power is out. And it is the best idea to have an appliance thermometer kept in the refrigerator so that you will know what is the temperature in the refrigerator when the power comes back. So if you have any leftovers and if the temperature in the refrigerator increases, so you will know whether your leftovers are safe to stay inside the refrigerator or you can discard them. Keep your refrigerator at or below 40 Fahrenheit and freezer at 0 Fahrenheit. Again, it depends on the seasons and the climate conditions where you live. Therefore, it is the best idea to have an appliance thermometer kept inside the refrigerator to ensure that the right temperature is maintained. Frequently keep checking for any expired items in your refrigerator, especially the leftovers. So I have a vinegar here which is already expired in the month of May and I have to discard it. And when I discard these expired items, I create so much of place in the refrigerator which I can use it to store other items. Do not keep any food items, especially bread, on top of the refrigerator, as the heat air from behind the refrigerator can eventually spoil the food items which are kept on the top. And this is how I have decorated my refrigerator. I have some wedding pics stuck here, I have some magnets, and I have some greeting cards which I and my husband have exchanged with each other during birthdays or Valentines and anniversaries. So obviously whenever I look at them, I feel happy. So this is all in this video, guys. I hope you have liked it. Do like my video, share, comment, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, take care. Bye bye.